CBSE Class 9 Math, NCERT Solutions to Class 9 Math, Chapter 13, Surface Areas and Volumes, Exercise 13.5, focusing on volumes of cubes and cuboids. Question number 8. A solid cube of side 12 centimeters is cut into 8 cubes of equal volumes. What do we have to find out? We need to compute two things. One, what will be the side of the new cube? That's the first thing. Second thing, we need to find the ratio between their surface areas. The ratio between what? The surface area of the larger cube to the surface area of one smaller cube. I'm going to assign one variable to start with. That is for the side of the larger cube. Let's say that is equal to A units, which is equal to 12 centimeters. The question mentions it. Let's compute as the first step the volume of the larger cube and the volume of one smaller cube. That's going to be step number 1 into finding out the side of the new cube. Volume of the larger cube is equal to A cube, which in this case is equal to 12 cube. Don't compute the value of 12 cube as a 1728. It's a waste of time and effort. Things will get cancelled out. So let's keep it as 12 cube. So volume of the larger cube is equal to 12 cube. This is broken down into 8 cubes of equal volume. So which means that sum of the 8 cubes, smaller cubes, sum of the volumes of 8 smaller cube will be equal to the volume of the larger cube. Volume of 8 small cubes equals volume of the larger cube, which is equal to 12 cube centimeter cube. Now, what will be the volume of one such small cube? For 8 cubes, the volume is 12 cube. So, for one such small cube, it's going to be equal to 12 cube upon 8. So, volume of one small cube has been computed. So, this is step number 1. We need to compute the side of the new cube. Let's assign a second variable. Let the side of the small cube be equal to S units. So, the volume of the smaller cube is equal to S cube, which we computed in the last slide to be equal to 12 cube by 8. So, let's compute the side of this cube. So, this 12 cube by 8, I'm planning to rewrite it as this way. 12 cube divided by 8 cube is what? 8 cube is actually a 2 cube. So, we can take the powers common and we can write this S cube as a 12 by 2 whole cube. Look at the benefit of not writing it as a 1728 and keeping it as a 12. We could bring this 2 in and have a common cube. So, 12 by 2 is a 6. So, 6 cube is the measure of S cube. If S cube equals 6 cube, then S will be equal to 6. So, the side of the new cube, of each new cube, is equal to 6 centimeters. Quickly summarize it in a printed form. The volume of each small cube is S cube, which is equal to 12 cube by 8, which we got from the last slide. By writing this 8 as a 2 cube, so we can take this 2 and 12 common into the parenthesis. So, S cube is equal to 12 by 2 cube, which is nothing but 6 cube. If S cube equals 6 cube, S is equal to 6 centimeters. So, we found out the first value. Second one, what we need to compute is the ratio of the surface areas. For a cube, the surface area is given by 6 times side square. That's a formula to compute the surface area. So, let's compute the surface area of both these cubes. For the larger cube, the side is equal to A, which is equal to 12 centimeters. So, I'm going to write it as 6 times 12 square. Again, don't make the mistake of saying it's 6 into 144 and find out what that value is as 864. It's definitely not worth it. Keep it this way, things will get cancelled out. For the second cube, the smaller cube, the side is equal to 6 centimeters. So, the surface area is going to be equal to 6 times 6 square. We need to compute this ratio. The ratio is equal to 6 times 12 square. We'll write it as a 12 times 12 to make it easy to compute. Divided by 6 times 6 into 6. Ratio or fraction are one and the same. 6 gets cancelled with 6. 12 and 6 will cancel to leave us with a 2. 12 and 6 will cancel to leave us with a 2. So, it's going to be 2 into 2, 4 upon 1 is the ratio. Ratio in a fraction is 4 upon 1. The required ratio is 4:1. Larger cube to smaller cube, surface area is in the ratio of 4:1. Quickly summarize the second part also in a printed form. 6 into 12 square. For heaven's sake, do not compute this value. Leave it as it is. Similarly, here it is 6 into 6 square. So, ratio between 6 into 12 square by 6 into 6 square is what we'll have to compute. So, the 6 and 6 gets cancelled. 12 square is written as 12 times 12 and 6 square is written as 6 times 6. So, this will cancel to leave us with 2 times 2, which is a 4 upon 1. So, given required ratio is 4:1. Before you leave, do a couple of things. 1. Sign up for online coaching for NCERT Class 9 Math at online.maxtube.com. Takes 3 steps and a maximum of 5 minutes to get you started. And sign up, subscribe to this channel, youtube.com/maxtube, and spread the word about this channel to your classmates and friends.